Okay, we'll walk through how to do a punch down on a 110 block. First we'll start with, this is a 110 block that you'll be using. The punch down tool and the 110 punch down tool that's used for the punch down tool itself. There are two parts to it. One is that there's a cutting blade on one side and a non-cutting blade on the other. On this particular instance, we'll be using the cutting side of the blade. Again, we'll take a piece of 25 pair and we'll go ahead and install that on the 110 block. So first thing you probably want to do is get about a measurement for how long the cable will need to be stripped back. The jacket will need to end about in this window right here on the 110 block. And so what we'll do is we'll kind of get an idea of about how far to take it back. And you can put a mark there if you want to, ring it. Again, there's a pull string inside. That's the recommended way to strip back the cable for the 25 pair. Should say maybe. You have the string found, you should be able to just pull back on it to the length that you want. And then you'll have your 25 pair ready to go. Just feed that cable through where you're going to start your punch down. I'm going to use tape, that always makes the job easier. Okay, so you feed it in. Again, we'll want to keep that tail in about this window, the jacket where it's stripped back, and then we'll start separating the pairs. Again, using the proper color code, we'll start with the white as our main primary color. Again, we'll try to keep some sort of knotting as best as we can right here, and then we'll begin the process. One thing different than the 66 block where we had a lot of tension, here we want to have a little bit of slack for the cables, so you'll kind of bring them around the back side and then a small loop. And also on the 110 block, there's a small high spot where the cables fall into. So what you'll do is you'll just use that to separate the cables. Makes this much easier than the 66 to lay the cables down. Again, always start with your primary color first. In this case, which would be your white blue would be your first one, then your white orange. Notice your white orange is the first one, and then your orange white. And green. Brown, white, brown, and your slate white. Okay, that would be your first 5 color pair. Again, you can see how we brought those in and kind of sweep them in. We don't want any kinks or any quick changes are right there. So again, then the punch down procedure, basically punch those down. Okay, there are your first 5 pair. Then you would continue on with your color code with your reds, blacks, yellows, and violets, all in the same. And when you're all done, you should have something that looks like this. Again, your jacket is about at the window right here. Your color pair is laid down, as you can see, with a little bit of slack. And your next cable for the other set would come up and lay this direction back this way.